you're watching How to World Trip. So far on this channel, we've had the opportunity to show you guys 6 amazing destinations. And today, as we embark on our 7th destination, I'm going to take you guys on a journey around the Wild Atlantic Way of Ireland. The Wild Atlantic Way is a driving trail that spans basically half the coast of Ireland and Northern Ireland. With only 2 weeks to explore and a lot of ground to cover, we decided to do about half of the trail to make sure we weren't rushing through any of the sites. Our first stop off the plane was about an hour and a half down the road to a town called Kilkenny. This town has a relaxing vibe, and we got to stay in an equally relaxing and comfortable Airbnb guest house. We planned to stay here for only one night, so we got up early in the morning to check out what the town has to offer. There are plenty of shops and restaurants to keep you busy walking around town, and if you just enjoy sightseeing, Kilkenny, as well as the rest of Ireland, has beautiful landscapes and gardens to gawk at no matter where you are. But one of the highlights in this town that you definitely don't want to skip is without a doubt Kilkenny Castle. For just a few bucks, you can take a self-guided walking tour to see how the royals lived it up in the past. A cool experience for sure. Now there are a lot of cathedrals and castles in Ireland, so you don't have to go and see them all, but I would say with how much you can see in Kilkenny Castle, this one is definitely worth a visit. Once we finished up our tour of Kilkenny Castle, we decided to find a place to have our first Irish beer. Keitler's Inn is the perfect place to grab a pint and try a hot bowl of Irish lamb stew. There's a lot to admire about the city of Kilkenny, and even in cloudy, rainy weather, we loved every minute of it. As we head off to our next destination, I think it's pretty safe to say that our Ireland adventure was off to a great start. We drove about 2 hours south from Kilkenny to Cork. It was during this drive that I started to understand why the color green is always associated with Ireland. As I'm sure you're noticing, there's always lush green mountains and landscapes as far as the eye can see. So be sure to show some appreciation for the cloudy, rainy weather while you're here. Now we're in Cork, Ireland. I didn't bring my camera to the last place we were at in Ireland. We're in Kilkenny. But I used my phone to take some pictures. And we're starting the Wild Atlantic Way, which is a path that goes, I guess, along the Atlantic Ocean. It's the longest coastal path in the world or something like that. So we're gonna drive along that, not tomorrow, but the next day. Cork is one of the last major cities before the long drive along the Wild Atlantic Way. I post full-length walking tours on my channel as well, so if you're interested, check some of them out after this video. Cork is a nice, walkable town like many others in Ireland. A few landmarks you can check out here is St. Finbarr's Cathedral and the Elizabeth Fort. So we made it to the St. Finbarr's Cathedral. There it is. And it said we can go inside, it's open daily, so we're gonna see if we can walk in, see what it looks like on the inside. Cool. The last cathedral we went to is super detailed. This one looks like it's super detailed too. You got the people. I wonder how old it is. The guy we were talking to in Ireland, where we bought our postcards from, was giving us some history, saying that these buildings were like built hundreds and hundreds of years ago. 500 years, 600 years, 200 years. So, these are some old buildings. Very, very old. Finally made it into it's called the Elizabeth Fort. So, I'm gonna walk around and read some of what it's about. And they also have like a wall we can walk along too. The lady told me a lot, but I don't remember everything she said. So it's a little preview of the first building. A lot of information on the walls. I know you guys can't read that from here, but I'm gonna take a quick read. That's cool. As I mentioned earlier, the Elizabeth Fort also has a wall that you can walk around to see a really nice view of the entire town of Cork. Cork sufficiently explored for the day, we decided it was time to hit the road to check out some of the first spots on the Wild Atlantic Way. But first, we decided to go get a bite to eat at the Speckled Door Bar and Restaurant. This is a nice place to fill up before your adventure and is accompanied with a great view in its outdoor seating. Also, I have to mention that our go-to beverage throughout our entire stay in Ireland is Bulmer's cider. You can find it just about anywhere, so make sure you give it a taste. One of our first stops was Inchydoney Beach. This is the perfect place to take some Instagrammable pictures, as you should arrive here sometime before or around the golden hour. There's also a nice 4-star hotel here if you want to plan to spend this whole day near the beach. Keep in mind though, not all beaches in Ireland are swimmable, and many people have died from not listening to the rules, so make sure you read the signs posted. We drove a little bit further along the trail to visit Galley Head View and Towhead Beach. Then, because it was getting dark, we decided to turn around and call it a day at the town of Kinsale. This town was pretty small compared to the others so far, but one thing that goes well with small towns is friendly locals in Irish pubs. The Tap Tavern was filled with local history, and we got a chance to share a drink with some of the locals. We stayed here overnight, and the next morning drove about an hour and a half to our next destination near the city of Killarney. Killarney has a nice national park you can take a 30-minute walk around while you're there. There are also a lot of shops and stores nearby that you can use to stock up on food to have an impromptu picnic. Personally, I think it's nice that there are so many places that you can take a driving break from in Ireland. This made the trip a lot more relaxing than being stuck in your car for hours and hours. Also, for all you animal lovers, Ireland has tons of livestock and wildlife you can admire from a distance. A place you have to add to your trip list is Clogher Strand. This beach is not swimmable, but it has some of the biggest waves we've seen throughout our entire world trip. And another really cool place to check out is Dunquin Pier. Once again though, be very careful as you get closer to the water. It can be slippery, and these waves are relentless. There are so many other destinations you can see on the Wild Atlantic Way. These are just a few of our favorites. We'll wrap it up here by telling you about 2 more highlights that you don't want to skip on your Ireland trip. The Dingle Aquarium, and quite frankly the entire town of Dingle, is a family-friendly side adventure that you're sure to enjoy. We got some pretty cool videos, but nothing beats seeing these animals live in person. We found Nemos. Nemos and Dories. The Dory fishes hiding in there. I think that's Dory. Hi, Dory.
Hey dude, what's up?
Now, we're at the otters and the penguins. I saw the penguins first, so we're gonna say hello to the little penguins. Hi, penguins. Irish penguin. Time to wake up. Another Irish don't skip activity in your downtime is ordering an authentic hot toddy. And for the grand finale, to finish off our trip around the Wild Atlantic Way, and to put the cherry on top of our visit to Ireland, we went ahead and visited the cliffs of Moher. The Cliffs of Moher is one of Ireland's most popular tourist destinations, and for good reason. My tip, bring boots, because it can get muddy and slippery, but this for sure was one of my favorite stops in all of Ireland. That about wraps it up for our trip to Ireland. We spent about 2 weeks here and had a really great time. If you feel like we missed any Irish highlights, let us know in the comments section below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out our Patreon if you want to support us in making more of these videos. Also, sometime soon after this video is posted, I should have a website up and running to give you much more details about our highlights and pitfalls of each destination. So check out howtoworldtrip.com. Our next destination is one of my favorites, Iceland, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. I'll see you guys next time on How to World Trip.
These penguins look like they're all posing and fake, but they're real. It looks like a display, but it's not. See, that was moving. Weird.